Do you see Steven's plan of node citizenship being a bigger commitment than guild membership, or will guild beat node?
Woof. This one's a real tough one because we had this exact conversation when it came to moving nodes, and specifically the mayoral system, because you have the guild's wants and needs, and then you have the nodes' wants and needs, and they are not the same by design. And the problem is that you can only put so many buildings inside of a node. And for the guild and for crafters in the guild, that is exceptionally limiting. People that want to do woodworking that don't have a woodworking station in that node are in an awful position. Okay. Like the guild wants people to go to that node because they can have a lot of support. They can run for mayor. You can have a guild, freehold in that area, and you're working towards a node. But for some of the individuals in that guild, it's terrible. Like, it is just not what you want. And we as guild leaders understand this mechanic. Like, we get it, right? But it's hard. There's very much a balance. And so if you're asking like which will win, guild versus node, I think the answer is guild, because the guild just facilitates, you just have so much more control over the conversation, and you have such interaction between the people in the guild. And the node really is, it's tougher to gain support from the people in that node. I think the communication is, you're talking to like strangers through a citizen chat and stuff like that. It's a lot tougher. But yeah, I mean, it's a really weird sort of offsetting situation.
Yeah, I don't feel like I can follow up too much more. I mean, like, that's pretty solid point. I mean, like, I think it's going to be per person. Like, if it's guild membership, okay, are you close to your guild, or is it just something like you're just a part of, right? Because then the other part of me feels like it's just going to be like more node loyal than guild. I think it comes down to community. Cash, what do you think?
I think it's a little bit of all of those things that you guys said. Like, I agree with both of you, but I also think it's what your gameplay focus is. If your gameplay focus is leveling and PvE and getting to 25, I don't think it really matters. I think you'll probably go with your guild, because your guild is where you're going to get your groups. Your guild is the people that you're going to be on Discord with talking to. And I think there's a lot of loyalties there. But if your focus is crafting, then I can see where there would be a split. Because if your guild says, we're going to Halcyon or we're going to Nuela, and the crafting stations that you need are not there, but you need your guild members for a possible mayoral vote, then they may choose to go to another node to support their crafting over supporting Sunny for mayor. You know what I mean? So, so I think there's a split there. I think we're very lucky in the way that we recruit, because we do passive recruiting, right? Normally the people we get are either friends of friends, family members, or people who have seen our YouTube or follow our podcast, or all of those things, or some of those things together.
Right.
So there is some loyalty. We do find that there's loyalty built in there to people who know us and know how we lead our guild. There's loyalty there, and there's a lot more. There's a lot more chance of those people going, "Hey, this is what the guild needs. This is what I'm going to do." But if you are a crafter, you get into a game and you join a guild just because they have a kick-ass name, like Black Tide Trading. Super cool. I'm going to go join Black Tide Trading. They have super kick-ass name. And then, and they may or may not have loyalty to the people who are running that guild or what they have going on in that guild. They're going to keep their loyalties where their crafting stations are. So there's a lot of factors that play into it, I think.